Okay, how's it going, guys? I just wanted to touch base real quick here today. There were a few things that we wanted to cover. Um, Number one, the just based on kind of what's been going on in the last couple of weeks. Obviously, January is here. We discussed it last time. Volume's a little bit lower. It's normal in January. It's fine. Schedule has changed. Please pay attention to your schedule. Make sure you understand what's going on. Right now, we have coupons that are out, and we are also sending out coupons for free Crazy Bread with online orders. So those are coming in. But very soon, February 1, I believe it is, or the beginning of February, we're going to start our next LTO. So I wanted to let you in on that. There's a few other things that I want to let you in. Obviously, if you're looking at the picture on the screen, you can kind of figure out what that is. Most of you have seen it before. And for some of you that haven't, you will see it soon. There is a little bit of a twist to this one, but yes, Quatrro is the next LTO. Again, we'll start in February, so we'll run the next couple weeks out, so the next couple schedules with just the couponing, and then we'll go from there. Just to be sure, we all understand tomorrow. Also on our own, this is a local store campaign. We're going to do 2 for $12 Mondays. So signs will go up for that. It's only on Mondays. They cannot access this deal Tuesday through Sunday. We're going to see how it plays. It's a 2 for 12. It's a very aggressive deal. Obviously, you understand what the price of pepperoni is right now. 2 for 12 means we're selling them for $6 each. We haven't done that in a couple years or more for that matter. So post-COVID. So what we want to do is try and drive a ticket by suggesting they need two, which means it's $12. Please make sure that we're trying to sell a bread and a dip with that. That's the they're already you're catching a savings, so the add-on should be easier. And then again, trying to drive some incremental traffic on Monday because it's so slow. The idea again through we're going to do some other promos as well in this next little bit. We're going to try and get really creative about how we use our price points. One of them will be like a family deal, 2 specialties, a bread, a dip, and a 2-liter for $29.99. Those kinds of things. So you're going to start to see us really work that. So if you're up front, please pay attention and be ready for that. Before I go any further with the cap and the Quattro, I want to make sure that everybody understands a few things about the schedule. One is your availability. So when you go into the scheduler, there's a section called Team Center. You click on availability or time off. Obviously, the time off, I have no requests thing, but if I wanted to, I would just add them. And then I would just put my date and my reason in. I would create the time off, partial day, all day, depending on what you need. And then if we take a look at the availability, it comes up like this. You have to put it in weekly. So please stay current. I'm going to, again, like every Wednesday, send out the schedule unless something happens. But it's really simple. So if you want to be all day off, you would click that. All day on, you would click that. Again, on your phone, which most of you will do it, instead of check marks, it'll be green. And instead of being empty, it'll be black. But that's just kind of the idea. And you can put in your... there's lots of options here, folks, especially if you do it on a computer. But it's really, really simple stuff. Please make sure that those go in. Again, if you have any questions, please ask me. Once they get sent in to me, I can take a look at those under requests. Right now, Alex, I hope you don't mind, is requesting a weekend off. So I would go in there and I would either approve it or tell them why I'm not approving it. But that's kind of the idea behind this. Okay, folks? So please make sure you understand Hubworks and how that works. Another thing, just on a side note, if you are on the schedule and you are scheduled to work the next day. So I'm just going to use this as an example. Tomorrow we have, this is today. So Deidre and Taylor are open today, and then obviously Jot and Tay Buzz are closing shop. In the event that you wake up and you aren't feeling well at 8 in the morning, at 7 in the morning, and you send me a message and suggest that, hey, I'm having a rough time and I want to find a cover, you need to find the cover. That we've done that before, and I always help with that. That's fair, but you need to figure this out. Also, please, 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 folks, if you're on this schedule, if you're one of the 40 people that we have employed, you're at some point in time going to need a cover. And what ends up happening, and this has been happening quite frequently, nobody is taking shifts for anybody, which means the teamwork is basically down to zero. Now, if you're somebody that's completely, continuously, chronically asking for people to take your shifts, they're not going to take your shifts because you're not being responsible about it. But if you're legitimately sick, somebody take those shifts, because one day when you are sick, you'll be able to reach back to those people and say, hey, can you do me a favor and pick this shift up for you? Now, there are a few of you that are doing that very regularly. You're picking up people's shifts. So I thank you for that. And for those of you that aren't, quite frankly, it's disappointing. The idea of being on a team is that you help each other out. Now, most often than not, these people actually really need somebody. But I will suggest this. If at noon hour, 1 o'clock on a daytime, and you work at 3, you message me and say, hey, I'm not feeling well, you're coming into work. Don't expect me to find somebody for you. If by 8 a.m. that day you have not called in yet, because you know if you're sick the night before, or you know when you get up in the morning, or you know in the middle of the night, you don't wait till noon hour and all of a sudden then you're sick. Or I haven't been feeling well for the last couple days, it says. Well, 3 days ago when you weren't feeling well, start looking for a cover. Don't wait till the last minute. That's on you. And if not, we'll see you in store. And that's not unreasonable. You can't expect us to find people in an hour. And those people that are expecting that, those are tough because people now have plans. But if people are reaching out and you have a full day's worth, help each other out, please. Take some shifts, okay? Or more importantly, show up to your own shifts. Now, if you're sick, it is what it is. Do it early or we'll see you at work. That policy has been in play from day one. That's nothing new. And quite frankly, this 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, hey, can you find me somebody? It's completely unacceptable and really unrealistic. It's outrageous, to be honest with you. And it's just not going to happen anymore. I have things to do during the day, and one of them is not finding somebody within an hour to make sure they get into the store. My job is to create a schedule a week and a half in advance, and your job is to show up for those shifts or find someone to cover them when you can. And please, like I said, please, take a shift here and there, because in turn, you're probably going to need it one day. The one thing you will see on this shift, on this day specifically, is that there is no dough person. So if you are a day person, on the days of Monday and Tuesday. Now this Tuesday we still have a day person. I'll build that one in. I haven't got there yet. So notice Morgan's going to go in and do dough in the morning. And we have a school order coming out, which means Taybuzz is going in early. I'll go in with her, and then Taylor Jamila shows up to fix that, to get that finished. But nonetheless, Mondays this week was the day, and then next week we'll build another day into the no dough concept. Let's get back to Cap Guy real quick here. So again, we have Quatrro. Are we excited about it? It's a good product for us. It'll add something to our hot and ready menu. It's an easy upsell at $8.99. The LTO bundle goes at $14.99. Again, obviously we have cookie dough brownies as a really fun in-store feature that we've been selling. There's a difference with this one here. The one difference with the Quattro this time around is there will be 2 new flavors that we're going to offer that I'll tell you about just online, because obviously we can't hold them all 3 of them hot and ready. So Canadian favorites, the Hula Hawaiian, the cheese, the Canadian, and the pepperoni will be on one of them coming in online. And then we have one that's double pep and ham, 3 meat treat, or I believe it's pep and sausage, pep and bacon as the 4 options. And then the other thing that we're going to do this one that we didn't last is we're going to offer it in large. So there'll be a 14-inch, as well, that we will be able to sell, and that will be sold at the counter or online, but we won't be asked to hold it hot and ready. If we think that here's the bundle up, so obviously the Quattro, the Crazy Bread, the sauce, and the 2-liter, all for $14.99. Ridiculous bundle, ridiculous price point, and obviously we can do that in the favorites. So the Canadian favorites, and the one with the hula and the Canadian, or the one with the double pep, ham, bacon, or sausage. So lots of fun stuff coming our way with Quattro. We've kind of made new news of something that's old, but we are excited about obviously bringing that in again. It starts January 30th. It'll run through to March 26th, all the way through March break. Recap of just kind of what we talked about tonight. Please make sure that when you're on shift, because there's less of you, that you're helping out, work as a team, get yourself out of that store as quickly as you possibly can. 2 for $12 is coming. It'll be Mondays only. Please be aware that that'll start next Monday. Hubworks availability, we talked about that, and we understand how that works. Scheduling, 8 a.m. cutoff for the call-in. And again, more importantly, please find your own covers, and people help each other out and cover. Take some shifts. The no-dose shift on slow days will continue, and then obviously we want to make sure that we are ready with this Quatrro promotion. So please make sure that we're ready to train in staff. Outside of that, folks, that's pretty much all I have for you today. Please make sure that if you have any questions, reach out to me, and if not, I'll see you in store. And as always, keep the promise. Thanks, guys.